We're here with Jennifer Lopata from Synergy Academics.
Yes.
Thrilled that she's here and talking with us about this amazing new service. We said before the break that this is something that isn't just for individuals who are on the autism spectrum.
They're learning delayed or have any diagnosis of developmental delays.
That's right.
But for all kids.
Yes.
And it can be particularly helpful. I mean, I don't know a single parent of a child who does have any sort of learning disability or developmental delay that doesn't need help with homework.
Yeah.
Right.
And it sounds like what do you call them? You don't call them your teachers. You had another word for them.
Proctors or tutors.
Proctors or tutors have some tools to help kids with that. What are some of the ways that the proctors and tutors work with kids to help them effectively manage their homework and assignments?
Okay, so in the context of the study center, or the homework club, sometimes we call it homework club, what we have found really effective and what makes it such a great offering is when the student has that sense of predictability and structure, knowing that they're coming into the study center, they will check
the physical site.
That's the physical site
of Synergy Academy.
Right.
So they can
Synergy Academics has kind of a room within the center, within the facilities, that lends itself to that, like kind of more of a group environment with individual study spaces.
Okay.
The proctors then know exactly what the student has perhaps due tomorrow or the next day versus more long-term next week. We really help to facilitate and implement better time management skills. It gives the student a sense of kind of accountability to someone other than the parent.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, which takes away some of the power struggling.
Yeah.
Often students, either on the spectrum or otherwise, have, as you well know, have issues with frustration tolerance,
Yes.
impulsivity, or intensity in specific interests.
Well, and let's say they're smart too.
They're
and
very
they know,
smart.
And they know that we have frustration and impulsivity issues. And
Absolutely.
If they behave
and
in a certain
otherwise,
way,
we all
Yeah.
right.
It
We
falls
all have our
apart.
struggles.
How do your tutors or proctors manage to diffuse those situations? Do you know some of the techniques they use? Are there ways that they diffuse those?
I think what I feel is essential to the training of the tutors and the proctors are definitely not reinforcing an escalated behavior. Right? Staying very, very specific with, this or that, not overwhelming the student.
Right.
And Jennifer, not to interrupt you, but don't you think it's so important that just by having somebody else and a place to drive to, you're starting on a fresh slate. There is no baggage
100%.
like what we bring.
Absolutely, Shannon. Absolutely.
So they come in and they see this professional place and they see expectations, whereas when we sit at the dining room table, we bring the baggage of every time we've sat there before.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think
Absolutely
just having the
concur
place
with you.
and having the environment.
It's a new environment. There's a sense of camaraderie and quite honestly, socialization, which I think is important sometimes outside of the home.
Picture there.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, how nice. Look how beautiful
Beautiful
it is.
and airy. Look, beautiful. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Tell us about some of the success stories that you've had working with various children with delays and with some disabilities and autism that you've helped them succeed.
Okay, so if we have, so let me talk about one particular student because he's really salient for me. He's really, really special. All of our students are special, but there was just such an amazing success story. We had a student who recently has gone off to college. He, for most of his life, was in a special needs school setting. It happened to be primarily the help group. Loved the help group, really taught him many tools and life skills. He decided, just based on the confidence that he had developed there, that he really wanted to be in a quote-unquote mainstream environment.
Right.
So what he did was he, with that determination, went on to a full public high school.
Right.
Happened to be Calabasas. And through the help of, just consistently coming in for tutoring, I had a relationship, had a rapport with him. So we would consistently schedule, out his tutoring sessions. What days would he necessarily be in homework club? What days was he going to be on this subject, that subject? And just maintaining the set schedule. If there were days that he would come in very frustrated, he was often very hard on himself. He would say, I can't manage my time. And I would say, you know what? Maybe when you get out of school at 3 or so, instead of going home for the snack, come straight here and be early for your session. Because I see a pattern. You're getting frustrated with yourself. That was just an example of a small victory, that I felt with him. He was extremely hardworking. He was determined. He didn't want to accept anything less for himself than making it to a college of his choice. He literally made it to Chapman Film School.
How wonderful! What a good. That's a real success
it was
story.
Just so great,
now
so rewarding.
you mentioned that you have an app. Is that going to be something that parents can use to work with their kids at home, as opposed to bringing them into the center, or how will the app work?
The mobile app.
The mobile app is a little bit more of a scheduling tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can identify a proctor to help that child. So if I call you and I say I need help with something, you use the mobile app to find someone?
Okay, so if you were to call me, we could either schedule directly.
Yeah.
Certainly through our office staff or myself.
Okay.
Or once you download the app, you could see which tutors and locations were available.
Got it.
And it's directly online.
And make an appointment
on the app.
through the app to be able to come
make
in
an
and do
appointment
that.
on the app. Yes.
I gotta say, I love this because we talk about all the time what it says in IDEA about what our kids are entitled to, the free appropriate public education, and that there's other parts of it too, and it says that our kids have to have a floor of opportunity in which to succeed. And
That's
so
right.
often in our public schools, they don't know what a floor of opportunity in which to succeed is. And sometimes we as parents have to find what that floor of opportunity is. And you are giving parents a place to find a floor of opportunity. And I realize it's outside of school, but you know what, kids, if we have to do that, that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
That's
and
right.
I, for one, know that I can't do it alone. I need the help.
No, it's a resource that's in place that is just so
Yeah.
important.
Yeah. And avoids a lot of frustration, the parent-child conflict. So
absolutely.
So
and we encourage consistency with the synergy environment and what we're doing at home. I think that's very important.
Absolutely.
all right. So one more time, let's give them the website, the phone number, and how they can reach you, Jennifer Lopata.
Okay, so it's Synergy Academics, synergyacademics.com for the website. There is the mobile app that you would download under in the App Store under Synergy Academics.
Okay.
Certainly we can call the office at 818-888-8665. Happy to help with scheduling there as well.
Okay.
And
Thrilling.
Well, for
Thank
those
you
of you
so
that
much.
if you don't have a tutor in place, if you don't have the resources, you're frustrated, you're beginning school, you feel like you need the help, we encourage you to reach out to Jennifer and Synergy Academics and to get help, because it can be daunting to do it on your own.
Absolutely.
So
thank you so much for
coming in.
having us.
Yeah,
I
it's a
love what
pleasure.
you're doing.
So
it's
good
a
to see
pleasure.
you.
Good to see you.